Good morning. Well, I hope you're all very safe, having a lot of fun. We wanted to send a little video devotional your way, so I'm just going to share with you a little bit. Now, I want to start by asking you a question. How well are you navigating the blizzard? In his book, A Hidden Wholeness, Peter Palmer relates a story about farmers in the Midwest who would prepare for blizzards by tying a rope from the back door of their house out to their barn as a guide to ensure that they could return safely home in the midst of this blizzard. And these blizzards came quickly. These were very fierce blizzards. They were very dangerous, and when their full force was blowing, a farmer couldn't see the end of his or her hand. And many froze to death in those blizzards, disoriented by their inability to see. They wandered in circles, sometimes lost in their own backyards. And if they lost their grip on the rope, it became impossible for them to find their way home. Some froze to death within feet of their own front door, never realizing how close they were to safety. You know, Winter Storm Jonas reminded me that many of us have lost our way spiritually in the whiteout of the blizzard swirling around us. See, blizzards begin when we say yes to too many things. With the demands from work and family, our lives are overflowing. We multitask and we aren't even aware that we're doing three things at once. We're overscheduled, tense, addicted to hurry. We're frantic, we're preoccupied, we're fatigued, we're starved for time. We try to make the best use of every spare minute we have, yet we end our days exhausted from work and from raising children, and any free time we have on weekends, it becomes time that we spend giving into all the other demands, and it's not really free time. And this is the blizzard that I'm talking about. The blizzard of going through the motions of doing so many things as if there's no alternative way of spending our days. It's like being addicted, not to drugs or to alcohol, but to tasks, to work, and to doing. So many of us are disoriented and confused in the blizzards of our lives, and we need a rope to lead us home. Well, God is offering us a rope to keep us from getting lost. And this rope is actually found as the fourth commandment in the list of the 10 commandments. So I'm going to read Exodus chapter 20, verses 8 through 11. Exodus chapter 20, 8 through 11. The fourth commandment: remember to observe the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. You have 6 days each week for your ordinary work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath day of rest dedicated to the Lord your God. On that day, no one in your household may do any work. This includes you, your sons and daughters, your male and female servants, your livestock, and any foreigners living among you. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens, the earth, the sea, and everything in them, but on the seventh day he rested. That is why the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and set it apart as holy. So this rope that God offers us is called the Sabbath. Now there's a lot that can be taught about the Sabbath, but here's one thing I want you to grasp about this morning, is that the Sabbath expresses God's desire that we take delight in Him. The Sabbath expresses God's desire that we take delight in Him. Now we know that Jesus is the ultimate fulfillment of Sabbath law, which means that until we rest in the truth of the gospel, we will never experience true rest. But many of us who have rested in the redeeming work of Christ still feel restless. And this is our own fault. We let go of that rope in the blizzard of busyness and doing and restlessness. And this results in our ignoring the God of rest who calls us to a day of rest, a day where we cease doing, where we focus on being, a 24-hour period where we take delight in God and receive the refueling that we need for the other 6 days. Let me read to you one more passage. So I'm going to read Psalm 46. I'm going to read all of it. It's 11 verses, but it's beautiful. Psalm 46: God is our refuge and strength, always ready to help in times of trouble. So we will not fear when earthquakes come and the mountains crumble into the sea. Let the oceans roar and foam. Let the mountains tremble as the waters surge. A river brings joy to the city of our God, the sacred home of the Most High. God dwells in that city. It cannot be destroyed. From the very break of day, God will protect it. The nations are in chaos and their kingdoms crumble. God's voice thunders and the earth melts. The Lord of heaven's armies is here among us. The God of Israel is our fortress. Come, See the glorious works of the Lord. See how he brings destruction upon the world. He causes wars to end throughout the earth. He breaks the bow and snaps the spear. He burns the shields with fire. Verse 10, be still and know that I am God. I will be honored by every nation. I will be honored throughout the world. The Lord of heaven's armies is here among us. The God of Israel is our fortress. I love verse 10. Be still and know that I am God. And what a sobering reminder that God is God and we are not. See, when we refuse to take a day of rest, a day of stillness, we're refusing to acknowledge that God is in control and that we can trust him with all of our to-dos and all of our tasks and all of our responsibilities and all of our work. So take this day, today, as your day to delight in God. See, when we observe a day of Sabbath, we affirm that God is the center and source of our lives. He is the beginning, the middle, and the end of our existence. And we trust in him as the one who will provide and care for us. Remember that we're human beings, not human doings. Right? So embrace your limits by taking a day where you stop and remove yourself from life's busyness, where you rest from all of your distractions, and where you delight in God and in his creation. Remember that the Sabbath expresses God's desire that we take delight in him. So, church, brothers and sisters, Baysiders, use this day, this snowy winter day, as a day to delight in God and to remove yourself from all of the to-dos and all of the work and just enjoy God and enjoy his creation and let him recharge you for the next 6 days. Have a great week.